Hello, my name is Matthew, and I have something exciting to share with you. I bought an e-reader, and it came in the mail today. I'll show you. Let's see. Um, it's a thin little thing, and it's a Kindle. I think it's a Kindle paperweight. It has some kind of name, but it's a Amazon Kindle. And I've been thinking about buying one of these for some time, and I've been weighing my options and just considering whether or not to pull the trigger and buy it. I'm not really too much of a gadget person other than my phone. I don't have anything else. I don't have a tablet. I don't even have a computer. Even my television is out of order at the moment. My cats, months ago, my cats chewed through the wires, and I never even replaced them. But um, what happened was earlier, maybe a month ago, um, the pandemic and the public health crisis um, were becoming more serious and more ubiquitous, and um, my book purchasing, which has always been actually fairly minor in the past maybe year or two. I bought a book. I've bought 3 books in the past 2 months, and the first one that I bought was Strange Hotel by Amir McBride. It's a contemporary writer that I like and want to support. So I ordered her book, and it took 2 weeks to come in. And instead of the book that I ordered, I got Lethal Game by Christine Feehan. I'll show you. Thing. And USA Today says that Christine Feehan is the queen of paranormal romance. I don't even know what that is. So I did not want this book, and I do not want to read this book. But with the public health crisis, I didn't even want to go to the post office to return it. So, at least at the moment, I was kind of stuck with this thing, and it was irritating. Um, and so, the 2 other books that I bought took weeks. It was 2 weeks for them to come in, and I'll show them to you as well. I showed this one to you yesterday. Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, big thing. And then I got a newer translation of Boccaccio's Decameron, another big beefy thing. And I've been reading through the Norton Anthology, which is this big thing. And so they're very large books, and like just the idea that maybe it would just be easier to hold one of these gadgets. Maybe that could be more comfortable reading. I don't know. It will be a very new experience for me. And I live in a tiny house. I have really nice book shelves that my friend built for me, but it's limited. So in the past year, I'm very thoughtful about the books that I buy. Um, Space is a major factor, and books are expensive. And watching BookTube and realizing kind of how limited um, my reading is, or maybe you could say focused, but it's just a very small sliver of the whole spectrum of reading. I've been watching Steve Donahue and Jason from Byways and Bookland, and Sean Steadfast, recently, all talking about these science fiction anthologies, and those are the kind of things that, like, I wouldn't want to buy one of those books. I don't read science fiction. I don't know much about science fiction, but if I can maybe download one of those anthologies on this thing, and be able to read it for free and not take up any space, um, I could learn about whole genres that are not unknown to me, but that I haven't really um, experienced, and other kind of genres like history books. I want to learn more about um, like Roman history, or recently I've been interested in learning more about the Franco-Prussian War, and those aren't necessarily the kind of books that I would want to um, put on my bookshelves. They might be, but I don't know. And if I could download one of those things on here, I could just be able to read more um, diversely, and read books that I wouldn't that I know that I wouldn't want to keep. And to me, like, a lot of the books that I buy, a major consideration is, before I even buy it, do I think that I might want to read it again? Do I want it have it? Do I want to have it on my bookshelves? All of those kinds of thoughts, and I just did it. I bought this thing, and I'm excited about it. I think it'll be fun to try a new way of reading a book. It has like a paper. They say it has like a paper screen, so I guess that means it's like a matte finish. And I already have a few books on here because I've downloaded ebooks before onto my phone, on the Kindle app on my phone, and I've never read them. I would read maybe for a few minutes, or the equivalent of a page or two, and get distracted, or not find that I'm not enjoying the experience of reading on my phone. When my phone has YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Reddit and all the different things that a phone can do, I can easily divert my attention somewhere else, instead of reading a book. But this thing, I feel like it has, as far as I know, it has a single purpose. When I pick this up, it's going to be for reading, and I'm kind of only thinking about the positives, because I just paid for this thing, and I want to find out that I really enjoy it. So, like, the idea of, like, maybe reading this thing in bed, and no longer seeing the shadows casting themselves on the pages, and having to turn the book to hit the light in such a way. Like, maybe this thing is easy to read in dim lighting. I don't know. I'll find out. Right now, the thing that I have pulled up is the Odes of Horace. It's translated by David Ferry. I'm not going to be reading this tonight, but this is what I pulled up to show you. But this is all kind of new to me, and if you're still watching at this point, what kind of, if I may ask, what kind of ways do you download ebooks? If you have an e-reader, I'd be very interested to know. I've seen that Amazon has something called Unlimited. It's like a paid monthly service, subscription service. If anyone has that, maybe let me know how you like that. Do you download books other ways? This is a Kindle thing. So this is an Amazon. Do you download books that are not through Amazon? Um, I want to see if I can get my library card attached to this. Have you done that? Are there other things? Um, I've heard people get the books through Project Gutenberg. Is that something that you get on this thing? Um, so I'm kind of asking just up in the air general questions. Um, how do you get your books on here? Do you use this kind of thing? Um, do you enjoy it? Have you found that you liked reading on a gadget more than on a bound book? So anyway, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but yeah. So I bought this thing, and I'm excited to use it and see how much I enjoy the e-reading experience. And that's it. So yeah, I got this thing, and I wanted to share that with you. So leave a comment if you would like, and thank you for watching. So take care. Bye.